So, you remember Sid, that guy who's been kind of stalking me? Well, ever since I managed to change my password again for the umpteenth time, he couldn't get into my account. So, instead of uploading a video, he sent me this. Scary thing about that is, that's actually my street. Hey everyone, this is Andrew from Prizebox Productions, and welcome back to Weird YouTube Expeditions. Now, if you're watching that cold open, you understand why I'm sort of in a mixed mood. I'm happy to be at the end of Mushroomland because we're doing the last two videos right now, but it's that video Sid sent me that's really weirding me out. Although I know the video because that's something I uploaded to Twitter like a long time ago. I was making a joke about how my neighborhood like Silent Hill covered in all the fog. But it's just that the found you part really scares me because I'm hoping that he's just joking, because I really don't want to think that he probably saw something in that video that tipped him off to where I was, and I hope that he hasn't found me, because I don't want to know that there's some crazy guy standing outside my door trying to get in or something, or just outside my apartment. But yes, as it may, back to the topic at hand. We are at the end of Mushroomland. We are going to the 6th video now, and the end video that says 1994 for some reason. And there's some other stuff I was looking into related to this, particularly to the concept of Ontology, and it kind of fits with the reason why I do weird YouTube expeditions all the time. But we're going to get into that closer to the end, so without further ado, let's get to the videos. Welcome back, everyone, to the land of mushrooms, the land of dreams and nightmares. And Smile Guide. Oh, okay. What's happening here? So, I take it this is after your reflowering, or becoming a born-again virgin or something? Still don't know how that works. I don't know how they pull that off. I don't want to know how the cult pulls it off. I don't really want to know how the church does it either. Going to the last episode of Smile Guide. Ah! Okay, see, I got enough of this from that weird Talkie Tina. This wasn't Talkie Tina. It was that weird laughing doll and that one in Key West. I got enough of creepy dolls to last a lifetime. Comical. Okay. Okay, what is that last? Well, okay, you know, I'm happy about that. I don't like that doll. Okay. World and kids. Today we're gonna learn how your child, the child first and foremost, needs to behave. I disagree with that. I never behaved, and look how I turned out. Why aren't you behaving, young lady? You want to be like Justine? Yeah, that's exactly how I was. A time ago in the Valley of Flowers, there was a little girl named Justine. She was very, very naughty and didn't know how to behave. I knew how to behave, I just chose not to. And her face got all... Wait, what do you mean it got all twisted? Wait a minute! I don't want that to happen. I don't want it to happen to me. Is it too late? Is it too late for me? I don't know how. Did they animate this themselves? It looks like some kind of copyright infringement. Merry Christmas in August. Okay. So is this when the god of the cult takes control eventually? So you will behave now? No! I refuse! I'm not gonna be part of whatever this nightmare is. Oh, the commotion. Maggie, I'm so glad you're here. Tell her something. What happened to the... Oh. Hey, she's teasing me. Forget about it, Agatha. You have to find mushroom light. Hey, I'm telling on you. Yeah, tell on her. Get rid... Oh, what? I don't have much time. Wait, what's gonna happen? Okay, yes, kill it! Kill the god of the cult! Oh, okay, there we go. Cult's over. Maggie? What have I done? Oh, well, you see, you committed deicide. It's over. Oh, well, thank God, then. The end. So that's it. That's the end of the cult. And the end of Smoke. Wait. Jeans Man? What is he? What was he in the? Was he one of the people in the previous? Oh yeah, I think these people were in the other episode. Okay. Who are you? I guess that's the devil. Agatha. And Mom. And my mom. So yes, determination. So what, did she die by killing the god? The light, the mushroom light glows from within. Why is there a band-aid on that thing's butt? You know what? Nobody answered in the comments. I don't want to know. Okay, so this is even weirder. This is going in such a weird direction now that I'm still not sure what's happening. She's like Sailor Moon now. So am I supposed to be learning something here? Because there wasn't like a explanation as to what I'm supposed to be learning here. Is it supposed to be like learning how to transcend the bounds of the physical world and become a cartoon? Like what apparently Chris Chan likes to claim he does? Or, I mean, she does? So is that the mushroom light? Is that the thing we've been searching for like the last 5, 6 guides? Is this what happens when you attain it? Oh, did the cops show up? Oh! Yes, you didn't kill the god after all. You can finally open your eyes. Okay, what's gonna happen? Okay, come on. What are we... Oh no! She was... You know, I mean, I think I'm kind of desensitized to all of this now. I've seen too much. So what? She awakened to the horror that was the cult and the life she lives? How good that everything ends. I mean, not everything that ends good. That... What? What about apples? Hey, that's my line. Okay. Is that it? Is that the end of this all? She attained the mushroom light and then everything came to an end. But why is she wearing the thing over her eyes again? She couldn't handle the existential cosmic horror of the light of mushrooms or something? Oh. What is this last part? Is she like in a mental institution now? Because now it sounds like she's crying. Oh, okay, this is actually getting kind of sad now. Alright. So, there we go. That was episode 6 of Smile Guide. This one didn't actually try to teach anything. This was almost solely about Agatha and her trying to attain the mushroom light, whatever that is. But it ends on such a bleak note that she manages to attain it. She takes the things off her eyes, and she just seemingly goes mad from everything around her. And by the end of it, she just says, "Oh yeah, it's all over," and then she just laughs. But then the laughs turn into cries, and then it just shows her in a sort of almost like she's in an observation room in a mental hospital or something. I mean, there was the only thing I can think about is that she managed to kill the cult's god. Wait a minute. I think I know what it is. This is about obeying the cult, isn't it? Because the first thing that happened was she was telling people to behave, and then showing what happens when you don't behave. And in this case, she strangles the god squirrel or whatever, and it dies. And then we move on to everything that happens after that, where she attains the mushroom light, and then apparently just goes mad from everything, and then just finds herself in a mental hospital. Maybe the whole thing about this is don't disobey the people in charge, otherwise you'll be punished for it, probably severely. So yeah, that seems like the type of thing you'd hear in a cult. All right, we're gonna move on to the last video of the series, and that will be End. And I don't know what to expect. This one's only like 2 minutes long, which is why I put this in just one video rather than just doing two separate ones. All right, so let's go. And all the complaining, and the sweetest melody of your runny nose, and your eyes dead and silent. You've put the branches in my stomach. Okay, where is this going? So I could never feel hunger. She thanking the cult? You sealed my ears shut with warm wax, so I wouldn't hear blasphemies. This is sounding like a cult. Okay. My eyes, oh mother, you've taken with a spoon, so I could never see atrocities. This is sounding like I said, there may be more to this. There seems to be a narrative of this being a cult, but there may be more to this. Is what I'm going into, which is what I'm going to talk about after this is done. Is that her mom? And that's it. No signature, no return address. Oh, she sent the letter. Oh, that was a letter she was dictating. Only Mushroom Land written on the back. And that's all what's left. So she never found her daughter. Jeez. That is actually heartbreaking to hear, like, because things like this do happen in real life. People get wrapped up in secret societies or cults. They cut off ties to their family and friends, and they never hear of them again. Heaven's Gate is probably one of the most tragic examples of that happening. They say that hope is like this stupid mother who dies last. As long as I'm alive, I'll be waiting, because what else am I supposed to do? But I wouldn't recommend joining the cult. The police won't help. I don't know, raise a community watch or something? An armed community watch and go after her, I guess. But that's not a good idea. That's probably not the best idea. But you would have to, I mean, those are the only two options, is sit there and do nothing, or go get her back. One way or the other. So I guess this is the cast. Alright, so I guess that's it. Agatha was never found. She just went to Mushroom Land and never returned. And from what I can gather, Mushroom Land seems to be some kind of a compound or something, or a cult that just makes sure that you never see the outside world again, and preaches the mysteries and warmth of the light of mushrooms. And that seems to be where this all went and how this all goes. Alright, so that's what I was able to gather so far, is that what we have here is an example of a cult that kidnapped a young girl. Because the reason why I'm saying this, because in another video she says, they ask how old are you, and she says this many. It leads me to believe that they probably kidnapped her when she was just 10 years old. And we have the fact that her eyes are always covered, and we have an explanation for that, saying that they don't want to hear that they did it so she wouldn't hear see atrocities, and they covered her ears so she wouldn't hear blasphemies. And a lot of the last episode, episode 6, has to do with has to do with behavior and staying in, like, making sure you stay under control. And a lot of the last episode 6, has to do with behavior and staying in control, and so the cult will be able to maintain its hold over you, basically. And wait a minute, and I just thought of something about the whole eyes and atrocity things. That's probably what she saw when she took them off. Why she looked like she was going crazy afterward. She saw the atrocities of everything around her, and it drove her insane. And she eventually put them back on, and that's what happens at the end of the episode. And so there's one other thing that I came across while I was researching these videos. In the tags of at least one of them, there was the word ontology. And if you remember, when I went on Know Your Meme, that was one of the theories that came up. Now, the whole concept of ontology, I managed to find a pretty interesting explanation on the website, theoccultmuseum.com. And it goes something like this. Ontology is an influential concept that encapsulates the way many philosophers think about art. Art, after all, creates something and does not exist, but ontology itself becomes a sort of aesthetic movement. This is well documented online a decade ago. Consider how many people, perhaps even you, are drawn to photos of abandoned shopping malls, and how investigators might enter old buildings to check for paranormal activity. But also think of all the different apps you can download onto your phone that take pictures that resemble a daguerreotype or a Polaroid. And if you have ever read John Updike's story, A and P, then you have also seen the link in common between these things. Persistent nostalgia for the present and a refusal to give up on the future. And that's kind of what we have here, I guess. We have a sort of Eastern Bloc television show, and it mimics the video quality of that time and that era, and it has a lot of animation and weird stuff in it, and it's seemingly meant to attract people who would be people like me, actually, to watch it. And it worked, because I watched through the entire thing and made a video on it, because there are other people who either want to watch me react to it or want to watch it alongside me or want to hear the analysis I have on it. And that's what interests me about this. That might be the best explanation of what's going on. There may be a narrative about the cult, but the whole reason that we were drawn to it in the first place without any explanation was because it was just that weird, and it was mimicking a lot of the stuff of the past. So with that, I'm going to end this video here. So be sure to check out my other videos with Prizebox Productions videos, go on our channels Prizebox Gaming and Prizebox Sports. Thanks for watching. Stay jamming.